or whatnot. I just shared that information with Richard Hart. So let's look at what Richard just tweeted over here. You can see, says Pulseswap will probably have a sacrifice phase a few weeks before mainnet. I'm told that the Pulseswap code is rather complete. It's been tested on the Pulsechain testnet. I have not tested it myself though, and there's a couple parameters that need chosen for fee defaults, LP things. I'll get you a better update next week or the week after. And this is just yesterday, Richard Hart. We're patiently waiting for this Pulsechain to launch. I'll tell you, every day that passes, the hype for Pulsechain, in my opinion, kind of dies down because you have other competing chains continuing to grow. Phantom keeps growing. Chronos is growing. AVAX, all of them, all these side chains or alternative chains, however you want to call it, are growing. Now, granted, they don't have all the tokens like PRC. The PRC20s are being planned. Like, they're not cloning the entire blockchain, but they already got value locked and the bridges are working. So they better step on the gas, is what I'm trying to say, pun intended. So let's go ahead and check out the price of Hex and see how that's doing, and we'll talk about it. I mean, are you guys planning to sacrifice for that? I mean, I probably will. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not, listen, the whole sacrifice thing doesn't rub me well. Richard Hart hasn't really rubbed me well, but pause. I got to say pause because, do you want a man to be rubbing you well? No, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. But again, I recognize the boom. So, I'm in it to win it, guys. I'm hoping the best for Richard Hart and friends. But, he's acting, it's looking a little funny bunny the way he moves. But on the other hand, it's not if you consider, how much he pulled off with this sacrifice. So what I want is this thing just to be delivered already. And I think it's asking for a lot. They haven't even delivered Pulse tokens, and now they're about to ask for a Pulseswap sacrifice or whatnot. And I understand that they need an AMM or whatnot, but there could be other ways to drop it. I mean, they could have done an airdrop to Pulsechain sacrificers, something like that, But I don't know. It's looking like a money grab, but then again, this is crypto. It is a money grab. Shout out to Manuel. Kaboom. Good morning. So you got Hex there at 16 cents. I would have expected a little bit more of a pump on considering that news, but people are getting tired and they're tired of waiting. And there's also opportunity costs when you have other tokens that are moving. We'll be talking about DeFi Kingdoms in just a moment and others. Chronos has been doing well. There's a bunch of tokens that have done well. These play to earn games, exactly. Weeks Pulseswap before mainnet basically means that mainnet won't launch till probably next year because he said the SAC will be out weeks first. Yeah, I mean, and that's expected. A few months ago, someone in one of the devs announced that don't expect anything to happen before December. He said December is the soonest that things could happen, and more than likely it's going to be after that. So as far as expecting this to debut in 2022, I'm not surprised at all. And I've said this also before. I think that they're kind of waiting for things to get bearish on the crypto lands for them to launch, because this guy's such an egomaniac. I would assume that he wants all the shine on him and his project. Now, again, maybe I'm wrong or not. I don't know. I'm making assumptions, but it certainly seems that way. At the end of the day, I'm in it to win it. I want the coin to win. When bridge opens up. You think Richard Hart will make it to where you can only use Hex to sack for the Pulseswap? If so, Hex would go straight up. I don't think so, but I'll tell you this. I think they're going to make it at the beginning that you can only bridge with Hex. Like to bridge in and out of Ethereum. I think Hex is going to be the token. So I think that he's going to accept everybody's money. You want to send them stables, you want to accept, you want to send them Ether. I think that all coins will be accepted because this is indeed a money grab. But then the bridge, I believe, if I was doing it, that's how I would do it. I'd be like, okay, you want to come into this chain, and you want to cash in or cash out of Pulse, you need to go through Hex, and set up the bridge Hex only right now. Kind of like how Elk does their bridge, that you have to only use ElkNet. So you can use Elk, the Elk bridge, to go to almost any blockchain, but you need to buy Elk tokens to go in and out. Yeah, and there's liquidity on the other end, but you got to buy the Elk at some point. So I would imagine that would be the probably smartest thing to do for the Pulse chain. I would say, Hex, because Pulse doesn't exist on Ether. Hex does. So Hex could be that the bridge asset, And in that case, it would also drive the demand for Hex up. So, I still got a little Hex. I was looking at another wallet. I forgot I had Hex in there. And then, I got 10-year stakes on Hex. So those things are going to get duplicated or cloned or snapshot. But,